Alright, I have posted about 2 theories now about this new island that's going to appear sometime during or after the season of event. So now that I've covered most of it, or my theories about it, I think it's time we move into something that might be hard to determine or could be very easy. The naming. What are they going to name this new island? Because we know that it can't just be something island, right? Because Fire Haven and Fire Oasis, they both don't have the word island in their name, and they're both Fire Islands. Meanwhile, Flint Island, Cold Island, Air Island, Water Island, and Earth Island, they all have the word island in their name. And in Dawn of Fire, the continent was not continent island, it was just the continent. So my predictions for these names might be stupid by other people's opinion, but to me it might make a little bit of sense. All right, let's go on to the naming. Number one, the name I picked that I think would most likely be the new island's name. Like, if we're doing fire islands here, if there's like a fire island, all fire, some sort of Dawn of Fire theme, I think the name that I think this name would fit it very well. Number one on this list is Fire Sanctuary or Fire Sanctum. But we already have a sanctum that has fire, like magical sanctum. We have magical sanctum already. So I think Fire Sanctuary would be the perfect name for this particular fire island. If my theory was correct, and the last remaining quads and quints, as well as possibly a hex, fire monsters are encased in amber, then I think Fire Sanctuary would be a perfect name for it. Number two on this list is kind of weird. I wouldn't say not much weird, but yeah. Number two is Fire Reunion. Fire Reunion is sorta like it because it sort of fits. Like again, if this is a fire island, if this is a new or the final fire island, then Fire Reunion would be fitting because the last remaining quad and quints, as well as a possible hex, could be reunited with their fellow fire monsters that shown themselves already. So Fire Reunion doesn't seem that stupid nor weird. Number three on this list, well, kind of weird. Number three is Fire Island. I chose Fire Island because it's just fire elements. And I'm gonna keep going back to this the more and more. If this is a fire island, then, and it's right next to Gold Island, it's practically on top of Gold Island, like just above it, and it's possibly going to be for the fire monsters, then I think just Fire Island would be a choice for Big Blue Bubble and for the monster handlers to pick. And again, this could not be the case. I still think Fire Sanctuary is a really good name. Like, comment if you think it's a good name. All right, number four on this list is called Number 4 is I kind of took it from Dawn of Fire, which kind of might make sense if it is a fire island. I chose Pre-Continent. The Pre-Continent. The Pre-Continent is not that stretched out of a name. I chose Pre-Continent since in Dawn of Fire, this was before the continent split. And again, I'm going to keep coming back to this. If you get annoyed by it, it's fine. Just get used to it. Besides, there's only one more after this anyways. I chose Pre-Continent because the continent had every single monster, including the fire monsters. So I think Pre-Continent would be a sort of choice. It'd be a kind of choice, but not going to be a choice. Alright, number 5. The least likely to have as a name for this new island is Fire. Or, wait, no, it's not Fire. Sorry. The least one is Amber Island. I said this in my first theory, which kind of found out to be pretty stupid. Kind of found it to be pretty stupid because that weird fuzzball thing on the loading screen was actually Epic Boscus. And Amber Island just seems off, dude. Like, I know the entire island is practically made out of amber, but Amber Island just seems like a very off thing to name an island if it's going to be a fire island, or the final fire island. And that is the top 5 fire island names. That is a top 5 names for this new island. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, and even comment if you want. You can always change your mind. Goodbye, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.